Good morning from the Fredericktown homestead. We've got ourselves a crate. Solid bottom, slatted sides. It needs a brand on it. I see now that I put this slat right here on inside out. I got the rough side out. Oops. But, or did I do that all the way around? No, I didn't. Yeah, just that one slat. Well, it's the first one I done. I might even put the brand on that one. I don't know. Waiting for the brand to come. That'll be exciting. When we get a wood burning brand, it'll mark this stuff. I went inside and measured the spot in the kitchen for a set of shelves, and this one's 1.5 inches too high at 54. So 1.5 inches has to come off of the next one, and I'll leave this one out here, and I'll make another one for inside. I think the next one might have the diagonal back on it. I'll use some of this here. I'll use this stuff here. This is all planed, but not edged, planed. And I think I'll do the diagonal on that. Yeah, well, I had a run this morning, but I came back and the lawn was just begging to be mowed, and it's still begging to be mowed. I'm get it out there now. My beautiful sunny day. Bear Dog's been pulling out trash. We didn't get any rain overnight. That's my compost pile right now. It's got 2 loads of grass on top. You wouldn't even know there's sawdust underneath almost. I almost bought a fork this morning to turn it. You know. But yep, take the wagon, get the mower, and mow until 5:30. I've got a 6 o'clock pickup with another of my frequent suppliers. And yeah, Bear Dog, you've got all kinds of trash out here, including your raccoon. Bear Dog. Bear Dog. You want to do some lawn mowing, huh? Barking at the lawnmower? Is that what you want to do? Yep. Beautiful day. I don't know if you can see it on here. I'll zoom one more time. There you go. I'm all the way out now. Can I see it? I'm looking at it. Can you see the little skid steer on the horizon of the field where it meets the woods? They're doing something with a skid steer and another piece of equipment out there. They might be laying pipe, laying tile. But I don't know. Yeah, Bear was a disaster in the garlic bed. He hasn't gone after the peas yet. But boy, they're doing good. No emails this morning. Nobody seems to want to commit to homesteading here. Might have to just give up the idea. I don't know. If nobody can do it. I did have somebody ask about raising oxen, and if I had my pick of 1 or 2 Jersey heifer calves, 2 weeks old, offered me this morning by one of my Amish friends. I had to turn them down. I said I can't take on suckling calves. Well, I got the dog to feed them. I did order a week-long feeder for Bear and the cats. I can put 50 pounds of feed in it. And I've got that big chicken water that I can fill up for water when I leave for Wisconsin. They're going to be left for a week on their own because nobody's here. See, that's why this whole Fredericktown homestead thing don't work if I don't have anybody here. I got to have somebody to look after things. And we really should have more than just a dog and 2 cats. Actually, we got like 6 cats. It's just 2 of them that we pat, and the rest of them are somewhat feral. But yeah, need somebody here. Need somebody here. But nobody's committing. So I don't know. No word from the brand people this morning. I tried to get a hold of another brand making outfit, and I got this crazy idea that I want to make another brand of Amish haying day with the children kinner up on the load, and then the hay loader on the back of the hay wagon, team of horses pulling the whole contraption, and yeah, the Amish children kinner would have Amish hats on, but not have recognizable faces. I need a sketch made. I put a thing in for Facebook, but that's been slow to come. And then I talked to the people that design brands, and they said, well, get us a sketch and we'll work from that. All right, so I'm working on that. I think that would be real fun to have a couple of different brands. I've got 2 coming. My sander came last night. I picked up sandpaper this morning for it. It's stuck onto the disc by Velcro. It's an random orbital disc, 5-inch, and it takes the Velcro type discs. I have, from the auction I went to, I have a roll of 500 5-inch discs, but they're all the adhesive type. I don't know if I can make them work, but for $6 for 5, I can buy them at Lowe's. So I picked up 3. I picked up an 80, a 120, and a 220, and I can now sand when I get the time in between everything else, making crates and making bookcases and mowing the lawn, playing with the bear dog, and it eats chicken bones. Maybe that'll take care of bear dog if he eats that chicken bone. Why don't you throw that out? He got himself a chicken bone. He tore apart this compost pile the other day. Took all kinds of stuff out of it. I need a hog panel bent around in a circle, and if I had that, I'd probably set it right over here next to it, right here, and fork all this into there. Might even put chicken wire on the inside, I don't know, to hold everything, because this is kind of fine stuff. But yep, it needs to be moved anyway. But I didn't get a hog panel. I can't really get a hog panel on the van very easily. If you know of anybody that might want a homestead, by homestead I mean growing their own food, both produce and animals, chickens, pigs, dairy, oxen. We talked some yesterday on Facebook about oxen. I really want to raise up an ox, or a team of oxen. I think I got enough in me to do it one more time. Or if I don't, I can show you how to do it and you can do it. But if you know somebody that wants to homestead, come here and live on a very big farm in the middle of Amish country and raise their own food. We got a livestock guardian dog, of course. Chicken bone eating livestock guardian dog. Have them get a hold of me and spread this around. Share it. Share the YouTube post if you would. Share the Facebook if you could, if you can. Some of the groups don't let you share. But there's got to be somebody out there that would like to homestead. I'm doing all I can here. It's all I can do to mow the lawn. Make some bookcases and make my own food. But had a great meal last night, by the way. I think I did real well. I bought 2 of those bundles of asparagus at Kroger's, and it was in the organic section. And then I bought, I've got a packet of maybe 5 of those Atlantic caught salmon fillets that are frozen. You can get them for $5 a piece right now, so I picked up a bunch of them. And one of those fits on a cookie sheet. So I cooked up the asparagus and a summer squash and a zucchini, and I squeezed a whole lemon into it. Once it was cooked and I put it in the bowl, I squeezed a whole lemon into it and put the butter into it. And I ate that while the salmon was still cooking. That's one of the other Yoder toddlers just went by beeping. But yeah, and then I put the oven at 450, and in the time it takes you to cook up asparagus and summer squash, squeeze the lemon into it and the butter and eat it, then the salmon's ready. At some point during that, you'll sense that the salmon's just about ready. You can smell it, feel it, just know it. And you turn off the oven and let it just decompose in there in the oven. Let the oven cool down a little bit. And take the salmon fillet out, take the skin off. That's for the cats. They think it's their birthday. I give them the skin. And I've got like I want to say 2 pound, maybe 1.5 pounds. I don't know how much they weigh. Nice big chunk of salmon, the whole side fillet of a salmon. And you eat that and asparagus and the squash. And I squeezed a whole nother lemon on the salmon. I'm into this lemon thing right now. I bought a big thing of lemons up to Sam's Club, and I'm determined to go through that bag before I go to Wisconsin, or as soon as I can. I see a thing on YouTube that if you slice up 5 lemons into less than a 1/4-inch slices, thin slices, slice them on the bias, and 5 of them, and put that in a pot of water and boil it for a little while, then let it cool and put that in the fridge. And that's your tonic. That's your beverage. Lemon water. I don't know, there's something about lemon water that just makes my system happy. I just like lemon water right now. Must be something I crave. I don't know. That's what I had for dinner last night. It was 2 lemons, 1 salmon, a summer squash and a zook, and 2 packets of asparagus. I could do that any day of the week. That was a good dinner. Yeah. I'm putting off going to mow the lawn. I better get to it. If you know anybody that wants to homestead here, have them contact me. I think you know my email. I'll put it on the description of this. It's Jbthemilker, like I milk cows. Jbthemilker. Don't forget the. Jbthemilker. And I answer my email several times a day, although nobody emails me, but I'll get back to you. We got space for somebody here, a family, a couple, or just the right individual who wants to come homestead. The rent is $500. I pay my half. I pay the utilities, utilities being electric. We've got hot and cold running water. We've got washer and dryer. We've got shower, no bath yet. But that's something you could do if you're so inclined. There's space there to put in a bath. Wouldn't you like to have a shower into a bathtub sort of arrangement? I sure would. Sometimes I just want to lay down in hot water. But lots of stuff to do here. We can work off our rent. I haven't paid any rent yet because we've been working it off up until now, but that's with just me by myself here. I don't get so much done. But if you were here, we could work off our rent pretty easy. And there's floors that need to be put in. 2 rooms have new floors. The rest of them we're walking on the subfloors. There's taping, mudding, and painting upstairs. That's raw sheetrock upstairs. The sheetrock's applied, but it isn't taped, mudded, or painted, primed. I've got some of the primer and paint and tape and mud. That's another job that can be put right straight against our rent. And there's windows to be trimmed out. I've been working on that ever so slowly. And if you like mowing lawns and collecting up green fodder, there's some of that to be done. We got a nice big wagon for it. Yeah, have them contact me, jbthemilker@gmail.com. Got lots of garden space, lots and lots of garden space. This whole space here on this side of the Quonset hut wants to be a garden. And I got the part down there that you've seen already that's plowed up. You can't see it from here, but I got 2 swaths plowed out of, got probably a third of the garden plowed and tilled and planted to a cover crop of mostly radishes. But have them contact me, you know, anybody. A family, there's 5 bedrooms, a couple, or just the right individual. I'm sort of spinning my wheels here, waiting for something to happen. All in God's timing. Yeah, I spend a lot of time in this big buggy, traveling, hauling the Amish. Oh, and as far as work here, there's any amount of work here. There's every business you go by is advertising for we're hiring sort of deal. And then we're right in the middle of the Amish community. There's any amount of hauling that could be done if you have a vehicle. You have to have a vehicle pretty much to be here. Our nearest neighbor is right down there. You look over the box of my big buggy, you can just see the next farm down there. That's our nearest neighbor. And so you really need a vehicle. We're 7 miles from town, or 9 miles I guess. 9 miles from Kroger's and 10 miles from Lowe's. 19 miles, I think it is, no, that ain't right. Less than that. 12 miles up to Home Depot, Lowe's, Aldi's, But we got lots of Amish shops right here in the community. I'm not Amish, but Amish community. I may look a little bit Amish, but I'm not Amish. I wear an orange shirt, and I'm certainly not Amish. But I'm a part of the community. They recognize me as such. And you would be too if you come here. You won't be Amish. And as far as ownership of the farm, you'll never own the farm. I'll never own the farm. I rent the farm now. The farm's a trust. It can't be divided, can't be built on, and it would be a considerable effort for them to sell it. You have to sell it all in one big piece. It's more than a mile of property. It's the biggest chunk of property under a single private ownership in the county. This farm is, and we got use of what we can use, as long as we leave it better than we found it. Have somebody contact me. Have somebody that you know that wants to homestead. Get a hold of me. There must be somebody that can't afford a farm that really wants to homestead. There's things to be learned here. I mentored under a man born in 1896, Archie Morse, in Henniker, New Hampshire. I farmed with him for 6 years. He taught me a lot of what I know about farming. And I've raised oxen. I've had pigs for 20-some years. My email address tells you about my dairy experience, Jbthemilker. If you want to find out more about me, that's a good way to do it. Google Jbthemilker, and you'll find a lot of the stuff about me on there. I'm pretty much a public figure, always have been, never tried to hide anything. All my writing and everything is public, and most of it is there to be found under Jbthemilker. Look at me, see if I'm somebody you'd like to come and share a farm with. I live here, and you'll live here, and do chores when I'm not here. Jbthemilker@gmail.com. Have them give me a ring. All right, I'm going to go mow the lawn. It's getting cloudy. God bless.